Hey guys, so just like we do in class, we're trying to keep it as familiar to you as it was when we were together. So we are still going to do our vocab that we would do normally. So just on like we did in class, Mondays we go over our vocab words. You'll have some activities throughout the week, and then on Friday you'll have a quiz to take. So today I'm going to go over our vocab words. So the vocab words we have for today are consider, coast, launch, globe, and advantage. So I think there's some of these that we probably already know, but we'll go through them again just like we always do. I'll go over some synonyms, some antonyms, and then you'll have some activities to do on Google Classroom. So consider. So consider is our first word, and it's to think carefully about something. So our sentence could be, he considered the cost before he was buying a car. So he's really thinking about that cost. Can I afford that cost? Can I make that car payment? He's going to consider or think carefully about that before he purchases his car. So our synonym would be something about thinking. So our synonym could be to think. And then our antonym is going to be kind of the opposite. So if I'm not thinking about it, if I'm not caring about it, I'm probably just going to ignore it. So a good antonym for the word consider is to ignore. Second word is coast. So a lot of us are probably familiar with the coast because we do live in North Carolina, which borders the ocean. So the coast is the edge of the land near the sea or the ocean. So there's a big coast in North Carolina that follows the ocean. So, excuse me. So our sentence could be that we live on the rocky coast, Bella, that's my dog, on the rocky coast of North Carolina. So we live on the coast near North Carolina means I live on the beach of North Carolina. So our synonym can be beach. So as beach and the coast are very similar, so they can be synonyms. So an opposite of that, let's think of that for an antonym. So what's going to be the opposite of the beach or opposite of living near the water? It could be inland, it could be the desert, anywhere that wouldn't be along the ocean would be considered an antonym for the word coast. Next, we have the word launch. So to start or set in motion, there's lots of things that you can launch. That's really bright. There we go. There's lots of things that you can launch, and you can, like NASA launches rockets up into the sky. So our sentence could be, NASA launched a rocket into space. So when you're launching something, you could even launch a football or a basketball, or maybe you're going outside and you can launch a rock across the yard. Bella, stop. She's eating my dresser. Stop it. All right. Let's try that again. As always, just like in class, I get easily distracted. She's just going to hang out with us. All right, so launch. Again, we are just launching the football across the yard to my brother. That could be a sentence. So if we're thinking about a synonym for the word launch, what are you doing when you throw that football? What is NASA doing when they launch that rocket into space? They're going to fling it. They're going to haul it. They're going to throw it. Something in that capacity can be a good synonym. So then an antonym, think of the opposite. So if you're launching the football at your brother, what is your brother going to have to do? He's going to have to catch it. Or right now, as I am doing, I'm holding something. So holding is a good antonym, or to catch something is going to be a good antonym for the word launch. Next, we have the word globe. So in my classroom, we have a big globe right on my desk. We look at it sometimes when we're talking about different areas of our world, and we can see different parts of the world on a globe. So our globe is a round map of Earth. So it shows you Earth, and it's a big map, but instead of it being flat, it's round and it can spin on its axis. So we looked at the globe in Miss Northberg's class to locate New York because that's my hometown. So I've shown you before on the map where I'm located compared to North Carolina when I've traveled there. So let's think of a synonym. If we're thinking of the globe, what are we looking at with that globe? We're looking at Earth. So Earth could be a good synonym. And then an antonym. So if we're not looking at the whole Earth, maybe we could be looking at the state or a continent. So an antonym, hey, yes, typical. Let's get back on track. So an antonym can be the continent, or it can be a region or a piece of land. So it's something smaller. It's not going to be the whole entire earth. It could even be a flat map because the globe is a round map. It could be a flat map of earth. There's lots of different antonyms for the word globe. All right, last word is the word advantage. So advantage is to be put in a favorable position. So in some cases, you guys have a height advantage on me, right? I don't know why. I never knew I was short, but apparently I am. But a lot of you are going to have a height advantage on me as you get older. So that means that you're going to have a higher height. You're going to be taller than me, and you will have more like a favorable instance of, if we try to play basketball, who's going to be a better person to try to get the basket in the hoop? The taller person, so probably you and not probably me, right? And then, so let's think of that. So if you are in an advantage of somebody else, means you're kind of better than somebody else. You might be in favor of something else, or you might even be in the lead of something else. So it just means that you have that advantage. So if I just put a prefix in front of advantage to get a antonym, we can put disadvantage. So dis, remember that prefix dis, if I put it in front of a word, then it's going to be the opposite. So not if I don't have an advantage, I have a disadvantage. So I would have a disadvantage over some of you once you're taller than me and we try to play basketball together. So those are our words. So just like I do in class, I'm going to point to the word, you're going to say it so that you can become familiar with it, you know how to read it, and then that way you can study your vocab words for this week. So our first word is consider. You say it just like we do in class. Consider. Coast. Launch. Globe. Advantage. Okay, now I'm going to point to a word and you got to say it just like we do in class. Did you say it? Don't fib. How do we feel? Good? As always, if you have any questions on your vocab words or what you're supposed to be doing this week, you're going to do a tic-tac-toe game so you can find a friend if you don't have a friend, or if you don't have a brother or sister or family member, pretend it's me playing with you. I'll be the X's, you be the O's. And then you're also going to do a comic builder. So I gave you some pictures already, and you can create your own comic. If you want a printout of the comic builder so you can draw your own comic, you can do that as well. It is located in the reading packet. Into the actual paper packet that's linked into the Google site. But in Google Classroom, I already gave you those pictures because it's kind of hard to draw in Google Classroom. So I thought that way you could at least write about those pictures and make a story for yourselves. As always, I miss you guys and I can't wait to see you soon.